Hello, Divine Sunshiners. This is Divine Sunshine coming to you today with your weekly update. Just before I get started, just remember tomorrow there's two things. I'm limited to that, and I'll talk about the rest of the other stuff later on. Two things. Remember this Saturday I'm hosting the Healing Your Inner Childhood Wounds. That's at 11 a.m. Central here live. So make sure you come on YouTube and you tune in on that. We're going to have a lot of great stuff on here for you to learn because you need that information so we can kind of clear out, get our sovereignty back, and become like a child in which we clear all of the gunk and things that parents have put on us, adulthood has put on us, life experiences have put on us, and we kind of go right back to that preset, to our default setting in which our parents or being a child has put on us. So this is one way in which we are able to go back and reset and retrain and re-raise our inner child back over again. Also, I posted on there, someone had asked about t-shirts. I'm having that my t-shirt company sent me a notification saying they're giving like a deep discount. Maybe I made to do it one at a time because I'm about to get knee deep into t-shirts over here. So these t-shirts, they're now $22. I have not seen what it would be with the ship. No, the ship is okay. That $22 for the t-shirts. So I talked about it on my community board. So these are some of them I have to refold in my work at Lord and Taylor, almost like the Gap. So okay, so this is Be in Union. This is one of them. This is the Be in Union shirt that's in green and white. I worn this on the show. Yes, I'm showing my Gapish ways. I didn't work for Gap, I worked for Lord and Taylor. We had this. This is the 11/11 shirt I was talking about. Okay. This is my Divine Union. Divine Union. Ooh, I like that. Thank you. I agree with that. We take that. Divine Unisouls 11. Okay. Shirt. This is the DM equals DF. DF equals DM shirt. That's in red and white. This was my favorite. I rocked that with some Michael Kors red gym shoes. I love it. Or some usually I do my Adidas shirt with the black and white ones. Be Kind and Hot Pink. Just remind you for those days you don't feel like being too nice with people. That's most of the time when I wear that. They mean I'm kind of in like a little itchy mood. And so I didn't wear my shirt to remind me to be kind. I'll do that over again. And the DM, same one. DF equals DM shirt in black. Excuse me for it to be wrinkled because I just went and grabbed all of them. I said, let me just grab my shirt. All of those, each one is $22. The sale lasts until tomorrow, 12 at midnight Central Time. Once those orders, you have to go to DivineUnisouls11 at Gmail. Tell me your size. Tell me what style you want. And then tell me also size, style you want. And then you have to send me your address. And then I'll be able to send you an invoice letting you know that. Okay? Let me get straight. Oh, Jesus. I could just feel he's still having issues with that throat. And I can feel it on my end. So he needs to communicate. All I can hear is, I want to sex you up. Tick tock, you don't stop all night. Make you feel good on you. I want to sex you up. I keep on hearing it. La 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 la. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Now if you're in the room, I'm sorry on that, but that's what I'm hearing. Okay. We agreed no more cutting off the iPads. Okay. All right, here we go. Power to people. Oh, hey, this buy me a dad. We holding. Stay strong. That's what we gonna do. Okay, here we go. All right, let's get started. Where we at? Okay, this quick. I wish I could do this really quickie. I got a lot of other readings to do. We're nearing the end, people. All in August will be next week. Clear. Thank you. So let's see. What is it? What is the main objective for going into next week? What is it? The intent. No, not gonna go with that. What's the intent we should be working with? The intentions that we should be working with next week. You got me one. What are you working towards that you could use help with? Okay. All right. Sounds good. So then what we should be asking that shall be given to help us to get that help? Let's ask the cards. Clear. I forgot to bring them out. I see that. That's quite a bit. Okay. Okie dokie. So I need to pull you out. So we got a lot of things we need to be working with. My greatest gift to give is my happiness. My uncontrolled thoughts are not to be feared. And I must be selfish enough to align with well-being. Sounds like to me, what are you working towards that you could use help with? It seems like a lot to be of understanding self. This is the overall things and what you need help. So it's like, how can you help? You need help. How could you work? What are you working towards that you could use help with? And you're asking that shall be given. You need to work on your happiness. You need to work on your own controlled thoughts. You need to, my slightest improvement is of such great value. I'll read that. And I must be selfish enough to align with well-being. To me, it seems like to me it's a lot of self-love, self-awareness, self-esteem, holding yourself in high regard. So my greatest gift to give, my happiness, is the greatest gift that you could ever give is your own happiness. When you are in a state of joy or appreciation, you are connected to the stream or source energy that is truly who you are. Anything or anyone that you are holding as your object of attention benefits from your attention, okay? Also, there is no reason to worry about your thoughts, for they are not like a loaded gun. They may wreak powerful and instantaneous destruction. For you have plenty of time as soon as you become aware of any negative feelings to begin to choose other less resistant thoughts and thereby choose a more desired outcome. Okay, my slightest improvement is of such great value. There is tremendous value when you are able to deliberately cause even the slightest improvement in the way you feel. For even in the smallest emotional improvement, you may have gained a measure of control. You no longer feel powerless, and so your trek back up the emotional scale is now not only possible, but it is relatively easy. Okay? And I must be selfish enough to align with well-being. If you are not selfish enough to deliberately align with the energy of your source, you have nothing to give anyway. Some worry that if they take too much of the pie, others will be left with nothing, while in reality the pie expands in proportion to the vibrational request of all of you. So to me, in some ways, it's like it's okay to be selfish. Like sometimes I know, like when I was growing up, Mom was trying to always say that I was pretty much like that, selfish, but it seems like in some ways to me that was really the right way to go when you just really are just thinking about self and what's of your self being. As long as you're doing it at the point that I keep on saying it's not from a place of ego. You know the difference within yourself. Other people on the outside do not know what's best. I like to kind of go by everybody's looking out for self. I'm sorry, but this is the way in which the world turns. And a lot of times you have to kind of remind, look like it's too like that. A lot of times you have to kind of remind yourself at all times that you know you are a priority. Like I told the DM, he's like, "Wait, I don't want to take off. I don't take off. I don't do that." And I was like, "But you know, what kind of message are you sending to yourself? You're sending yourself energetically to yourself that you sick because he's not feeling well." And he was like, that's why that subject came up. Well, I don't feel like I want to take off because I just don't do that. And I was like, well, what kind of message are you sending to yourself? You send a message to yourself that you're actually not important. Like everybody else is a priority. Forget about me. So this week it's like, okay, you know what? Take your focus off of, it seems like it's saying, your attention on somebody else. That stuck out for me. So get your mind off of other things, whatever your divine counterpart is doing, and just get to the point of you concentrating really on self. Don't worry about it if you saying, "Oh, that's a bad thought." Like she telling me, you know, you thinking about yourself. That's so selfish. That's bad. Don't worry about if it's negative or whatever kind of way other people were portraying you, or whatever kind of way that you portraying yourself. Don't even worry about it, because it's like, you know, not bad thoughts is not no loaded gun. Like I said, so you did a bad thing. Do. Don't even worry about that. Okay, what are you working towards that could you again? So again, remember, this is what we're working towards. We're working towards this understanding of getting our thoughts off of others and connecting and pretty much focusing on the things of ourselves. We're getting away from understanding that about these negative thoughts and worrying and we worrying about the bad thoughts, that we worrying about them, that it creates more worrying. Before you know, you're going with the two friends and so on and so on. And then you got to remember about your value. There is tremendous value when you are able to deliberately cause even the slightest improvement in the way you feel. So right now, while you're working towards something, one thing it would say next week is really look into making some kind of type of improvements. Just like what I said about this 5-day, they start out 3-day, 5-day, 21-day blitz campaign that I'm having, where you just find one thing that you feel like you want to do that makes you feel happy, get you in your happy space. That is the same thing that I was saying about pretty much with you concentrating on deliberately yourself and making those improvements. Finding your bliss is one way of doing that. You know, deliberately, like studying your gym. That's one way of doing that. Or saying, "Oh, I'm going to do this inner child work from the session I learned on Saturday with Divine Sunshine." That's doing improvements. Watching the way you think, that's improvements. If you are not selfish enough to deliberately align with the energy of your source, you have nothing to give anyway. Okay, so lined up, and it looks like to me like a plug into source. Make sure that you're doing that this week, and so that's going to help you with whatever things that you're working on. Okay, let's look at seeing clear what's in the heart space of the divine feminine. Whoa. What's in the heart space of divine masculine? These cards is really poppy. Okay, I need put you here because divine feminine got a lot. Clear. see. Kipper, I'm going to put you over here. I got all this. I already did you. Thank you. Excuse me. Getting things in order because I'm about to slide him up so I can see what I'm working with in the masculine. Clear. Okay, Divine Feminine, let's see. We have honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. Okay, so you really want some time. Like, to me, like, honeymoon means, like, when it's just really, it's all coming together. It's like that, really, that truly, that honeymoon to me is like another thing of just bliss. Why you want this to enjoy this bliss of holiday time together is because you want, to really get in touch with your divine feminine self, which is to be able to receive this energy of this really pure emotions, being in your high heart chakra, working with your third eye, because I see that color there, really drawing in and envisioning in this happening as far as you just really being a way. And this holiday, like, I just need a break. And like I say, give me a break. Give me a piece of that big Kit Kat bar. Give me a break. So you really feel like if I could just kind of just like really get a break from all this journey stuff and this confusion. I know why I'm saying that. Confusion. Do, 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 confusion. So if you can kind of get away from that, to me, it's like I could be in receptive mode of my emotions, letting all the love just kind of flow, okay? You also saying getting to know each other. You're still here. You're moving into this energy of where you're saying, I really want to get to know. I really want to kind of spend some time, and we really reveal the innermost parts of us. You still got this inner child here that's blocking. The divine masculine still has his guard up. He has the sword down. He's like, I'm trying. You saying I'm really open to it, but this inner child issue is still right there, blocking further progress. Really like being able to receive the advances from the divine masculine. You moving into this part that's saying, you know what, I kind of got to get a deeper knowing. I got to become wise because it's these illusions that as I'm seeing them here, I'm waiting for the stars to align, which is like this become very hopeful about what's happening energetically, spiritually, having things happening as well. And so then I got to kind of really see that it's really this illusion of seeing this man, the illusions that I have about this divine masculine, because I see the face here, I've got to become wise to. You really kind of got to get to the point that you're saying now, because we getting the deeper knowing, I'm seeing all the glitters not gold. I thought it was one way. I see it's not. I see both of us got to really take off our masks in order for us to really get to know each other, for that to actually happen. One of the things is you got to kind of get rid of this feeling of that you have been orphaned. Like in your emotions, you feel like in some ways you have kind of led yourself astray. You have left yourself out in the cold, put yourself emotionally up on the pedestal. You not only feel you've done that, you feel that the divine masculine has done that too. You kind of been a little bit in the woe is me kind of thing. Things around you has been barren. It's almost like winter and nothing has been able to grow. I'm picking up some of these things that this feeling has started in the wintertime. For some of you all divine feminine. So this is what it is, and this is where it started from, and you kind of like really had nest yourself. I see a nest there. I think about like you kind of like getting things in order too, by you feeling this orphan feeling. It's like I think about Nipsey Hussle's mom, and she was saying, you know, like a lot of times when people getting ready to die, she was saying that she noticed that he was doing a lot of nesting, which is like preparing getting things in order, putting things organizing around the house. This is what I'm picking up for me to pick up that thing, that image. I think about that as well. It's like you're nesting something, you feeling as if you've given great sorrow to, but at the same time you feeling like something is about to die, something is about to kind of get rid of, and you're doing a lot of kind of organizing and preparing. And that's why you feeling like, you know what, I kind of got to get to know each other. I think this getting to know each other, not even just on the outside of the physical manifestation of your divine masculine, but I'm thinking you saying I need to get to know myself inside, internally, which is for this union. Because remember, in order for your union got to take place first inside, then it can manifest out. So within, so without. Okay. I forgot to say that. Yes, I am divine. I feel they say you forgot to tell them. Then who are you? Yes, I am divine sunshine. I am your spiritual life, intuitive life coach. So I'm here to give you the key to union. Hence I forgot to say that. So this is my thing, is that we're just not that. We keep on looking at the outside. This is like this first card saying, look at the outside. Looking at them as our attention. They say the more you give attention to them, the more they benefit from it. Right now, we need the attention to be drawn back on self. So, how are we able to do that? We do need to do some nesting. Nesting means start preparing, start getting rid of things that no longer serve you. That's what the card is about, asking it shall be given, because we're trying to see what do you need help with, what do you need to fix with. Card already has right here stated that we've got to deal with this inner child. This inner child card came back up again. They're saying in order for you to get to know, you thinking you all open. And I'm like, I'm an open book. But then at the same time, the divine, your child, inner child, is laying across you and is blocking it and scowling at the idea of you allowing for this divine masculine to come in because of some kind of childhood wound that had happened occurred in your early part. So that's why we've got to get that out of here so we can be able to move on. We have also the next card here, which is calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations have bring you together. My thing here when I read here is, we know that these cards, they don't know anything about twin flame, so that's the same thing as soulmate is twin flame. Okay, so you have been calling. This to me tells me you have been doing the work. You have been watching your thoughts and what you're drawing in and what you're manifesting here. You've been doing a lot of visualization. At this point, by you doing that, it's a lot of exchanging gifts. What it means to me is like it's a lot of things like energies being exchanged between you and the divine masculine. You're being very flexible right where you are. You kind of going with the flow with underneath the circumstances. You still got this mask on because I see a ballerina. So that means you kind of going to the rhythm of like the key of life, as Stevie Wonder says in one of his title of his albums. You still dancing to the tune of life. You know, you're on beat. However, you still got this mask, which means you're still hiding something. Okay, so that's what you have to deal with. You right now calling while you're doing this exchange, and you're still kind of getting some answers to these questions that you have been asking, which is like to help you, the answers about your spirituality. Maybe these answers to me I'm picking up is like I see this light beaming down, which is like downloads, sensations, movement, energies in the air, in the environment. It has helped to change and to elevate your status to go up higher. So, you know, it's kind of give you that Red Bull kind of effect, which is gives you wings. You also feel that Cece's tribal. So you really have gotten down to the earth with the elements of nature, like the real bare necessities of the nature of the matter. Nature of it. You're gaining confidence too while you're finding these answers, which is helping you to feel like, yeah, I could call in my divine twin. And also you've been playing things by the book. Now, when I read this by the book, intuitively, I pick up that they're saying that you've been like doing your studies, you know, like they say, hit the books, as Jupiter 11:11 says. You've been really taking account of looking at the past, looking at the present, and then looking at the future. You looked at the past, and you really seeing, as far as I see, like a chess piece board here. You looking and seeing that, you know what, some of the strategies and steps I taken, I was a fool. It takes a fool to learn that love don't love nobody. It takes a fool to learn that love don't love no one. Okay, so you saying that sometimes that you was the fool, even in past relationships, even stemming into now about your part and what you played with the divine masculine. We can't no longer say it's all the divine masculine that was the heavy. Okay. Also, we're seeing here, this is his card. We're also seeing unrequited love. There's not enough attraction of chemistry to keep this relationship going. This is not in regards to where it is and it isn't. This unrequited love to be card is coming out because it's really saying that when we're looking at the total, I don't know why I see like a rainbow. It's all of a sudden for no reason. When we're talking about, I see that, well, beautiful. Okay, when we're talking about unrequited love, we talk about love in general. It's like how we just, like I say, takes a fool to love. The love don't love nobody. It's our viewpoint and the way in which we view love, period. Where have we thrown our pearls among swine, as I think of it? Where have we gotten to the point that we had just given love, like give, and we did not get it back in return like we supposed to, or we were buying love in any kind of thing. And so that is true. It's not enough love there to attract or any chemistry to keep the love going. Because why? Because when you're in those circumstances or those situations in which you are buying love, the buck stops when you stop. Okay, so you know that, just like what was the saying said, you know, once the money is gone, your friends is gone. You know, it's I'm saying that something like that, you know, it whatever. And so my thing is that at the same time, if you buying people, most of the time if they so superficial like that, soon as your well run dry, they ain't gonna be around. Okay. So this is what we talk about unrequited love. So right now you getting to the point, it's like almost to me, I'm feeling like they say, you doing a review of your love life. Like, you know, like where have I missed the mark with myself? Where have I missed the mark with the divine masculine? Where have I missed the mark, period? Because again, this week's objective is like, what have you been working towards, but you still need help? Okay, so now we're seeing that the winds are changing. When you do this and you really take this introspection of really seeing, you know, like in some ways, have I been looking at the divine masculine, not in the way, like I said, this shirt, where the DM and the DF is equal? Have it some kind of way, when I look at this looks like it's some kind of way we have not been having them on the even playing field. I feel like in some ways, we have pretty much have had it pretty much programmed into us in so many ways, where you're the awakened one, you are the leader, you are the XYZ, and in some ways it gives us a sense of entitlement, and it gives us a sense of one-upmanship. That's the way I want to say it. Has the way we've been programmed made us feel like it's like, yes, bow down, like Beyonce, bow down, bitches. Do 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 do. When I was a little girl, is that part of also in your childhood, inner childhood wounds, the way you view men as well? Is that also playing into why you got this kind of like bougie, kind of like, yes, kiss the hand, you know? To me, I think it's like in certain ways of how you view and you think love should happen, because this is the way I was programmed as a child. I feel that this is, you know, this is how, you know, like they taught me, you know, this, you know, like I said, I think I said that one time on my video, how my cousin, one time she used to do my hair when I was in high school, and she was like, you know, you don't never let anybody, like the guy, know you love, you know, they got you like that. You always feed them your dirty drawers. And I was like, okay. And so then I like, well, she's like, nah. Say, you always want to get you a man in which he loves you more than you love him. Well, that again, I know this shirt. I'm so tired of you. Like, that again goes against this. DF equals DM. That means it ain't got slanted like this. The DF way up here, the DM way down here. But shirt say, please don't phone me no more if you ain't gonna use me. Like, you ain't gonna phone, you gonna use me again. So that's something in which we gotta understand that the winds of change gotta change. Okay, the winds of change is coming, and as we can feel it blowing like the Santa Ana winds that say we got to take a new direction in our thinking. That goes up there to one of those cards there. We're moving into the idea of understanding that we are blessed. I think about what I heard today about talking about unconditional love, and truly what it means. Unconditional love means that, with this DM, we're not looking to change them in any form. We look at it, accept them with everything that they coming to the table. However, at the same time, yes, we must, like he says, no, I got to put some boundaries up. Yes, you do have to put healthy boundaries up. But at the same time, it's some things that, like I said, back there, whatever in your childhood that was trained to you, that you're thinking at the same time, like you're supposed to bow down to me, and this is the way I think things are supposed to be. Yes, it's going to kind of fall into that, and it's going to kind of shift your relationship. It's going to start shifting into that unrequited love, because you're asking for them to change some things that is due to the image or the expectation that you thought growing up as a child, through maybe your childhood experiences, through also adulthood, and just life in general. Okay, those things. So, but you're moving into the things of feeling the blessed. Now, once you're feeling it, you move into those energies of feeling the blessed. What I'm picking up is that some of that stuff, when you get into, when you're happy, sometimes when you're in a happy mood, some of the stuff that when you was cranky, it don't bother you no more. It kind of like, it falls right on off my back. It don't bother me. So once you get into that blessed thing, and I see her kind of flying and kind of being up in the higher levels of the fifth D, or more spirituality, or more ascended, those things is kind of like, I think Candy Birds had you say, I fly above all the haters, all that kind of stuff. Haters or them things that blocks and trigger you don't even really bother you. And as far as what little things you nitpicking and looking for, and him as your DM, you're not going to look at that anymore. Because like I said, you at the point that you're saying, this is not for you. Okay, this stuff here, I'm strategizing. It's like they saying playing the game of chess, or any kind of things when you're battling for something like that. There's some things you just like, it's not even worth it. I'm gonna choose my battles. Guess what? And that's not it. Just like when you're playing a game of chess, so you are picking and choosing what steps you're going to make next. You don't just haphazardly just go all over the daggone chessboard. So you're taking a look at yourself in the mirror, Divine Feminine, and you also are looking towards this, seeing like, what is life handing you on a platter? Like, what's life is handing you? What is it handing you on this platter of things? What things are you going to partake in? What things are you going to leave? Divine Feminine, you also have let go of control issues. You got another child here again card. We got to deal with that, not just because I'm doing my program this Saturday, but we got to deal with it. You're working hard, but you're working hard, and you still have this inner child you still clinging with, which is still causing the divine masculine, and it had that look like, okay, really, this is what we working with? Okay, so you give me a whole lot of stuff to play with you, as far as what I'm going to be working on your block, and what I'm going to be triggering you to unblock that block right there, because I see it. That's why a lot of times with that, I know when I'm with my divine man, I get kind of scared with them scary moments where he kind of just look at me and he don't say nothing. Intuitively, I can feel, I say, oh hell, he done got a download. He done plugged right on into me Just like the Matrix with the little thing there and say, okay, I got the information that I need. Thank you. All right, I know what I'm going to teach her next. I'm like, Jesus Christ. So I'm like, okay, I'm kind of scared to kind of be in your presence a little bit because I know that, but it can't be because, in turn, I'm probably doing the same thing with him, with my divine master to his divine feminine, the same thing. So my thing is let go of control issues. Why? Because when you do that, you're going to be able to emotionally discover things. It's just like it is all going to unearth all this stuff. You're going to be able to free flow love, and although you're gonna move like a turtle, because this process, I heard somebody say that, I think that was in old boy tarot, the tarot reading, and she was saying, you don't want to come and do this thing as far as you coming into union with your divine masculine quick. You want to kind of really like take your time. I think about Jesus God, quick, the Lord is over, quick, whatever. We don't want all that stuff. So you want to have a nice, slow, steady, firm foundation. You want to let go of these control issues, and you want to really take time and to be emotional, unearth yourself emotional, getting all these issues out of it, discover the good things, what treasures to me, because it's not like it's just gold in here. I see like starfish in there, like unearthing hope, like just like the natural things. This is what I'm picking up from this. And so you really want to be fair. You want to weigh things. You want to become wise. You want to come into your queen status, not knight, not page, not any of those other kind of things. Like queen is like one step up to being king. You're not there yet. You're just right there between having this everything and a piece of the pie, but you just kind of still haven't put that action of your plan together and really have lived by those principles that you have studied, the gym package and everything. It's like, I got it, I know it, I done mastered it, but you ain't put it to practice yet. Okay? That's what we talk about, synthesized it. So you're looking at new beginnings, and you're also looking at what things is like, that's not for me, or it came to me out of just sheer luck. That's not out of sheer will, or I got it there. It just by happenstance got there. And you want to let go of these control issues and be fair about these things, because you really want to have something to actually celebrate. You're happy. And so you really want to unlock the key to you. You really also want to have a whole new world. A whole new world. So you want to have that. You want to have something to celebrate as well. And so, you really want to be able to just kind of balance. I told you last time, the balancing thing. That was for the divine masculine, but look like to be, you need to kind of balance in being truly on your happy, like really like, be able to stand on one foot doing it, like even that. So really being able to do it, not even the natural way where you're two-footed, but you're just so light, and you had let go of so many of these control issues that you could be able to just balance on one foot with that. Also, Divine Feminine, we have healing family issues. So this week is really all about you, Divine Feminine. So you got to work on this. Healing family issues, we see that. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. They got a masculine here, a male here in the picture. Again, when I see this, I always say it ranges from this age to this age. So think back in time where you might have had problems with a masculine. During those times, it doesn't matter, uncle, nephew, brother, father, whatever, grandfather, some kind of way you got to do that, because right now you can't move forward, because if you would, it's still just going to crumble. You're trying to go about this moving forward in a way that's not really the natural way, or what the majority rules would actually do. They would actually take a horse. They wouldn't think about using this type of animal to get them from point A to point B. Plus, you're in the desert. You have no kind of growth, no kind of water, no kind of things that's kind of wherever you are. This is not coming from a place of like spiritual growth, because I see no water. Water to me represents spirituality. It's just sand, okay? And so you got to work with that. Okay, so now with the divine masculine, looking at him, we see stay optimistic about your love life. This goes two ways. I get a fork in the road. Which one way is that he's looking at it and saying, "Oh, this divine feminine has a lot to offer me, despite all this what's going on internally with you, divine feminine." He says that you sees that you've been reaping and sowing, you've been leveling up, you've been having your eyes on the prize, you've been gaining a lot of knowledge, your heart chakra has been growing, and it's been bountiful, and it's been, I see either like it looks like almost even chess pieces on there. You've been strategizing and kind of doing those things as well. Him also, he wants to stay optimistic because he's saying to himself, emotionally, I have a lot to offer. I got to see the colors of manifestation. That caught my eye. So he's been really working on manifesting, working with this crown, doing this, working with this the solar plex, doing it, and working also with yeah, because that's up there here, and working with also trying to be, looks like either it could be the sacral, and maybe a little bit of also the root, trying to make sure he's able to kind of ground himself into this, how to connect with other people, get also stand in his power, and then also here to be able to be in his crown to open up the intuition and awareness so he can be able to bring on this manifestation. He knows emotionally he's got to level up. He's been working on leveling up. He has been leveling up on some point. And then he's also, him too, has had the eyes on the prize, and he's been gaining some more knowledge and about the situation. He really wants to stay in this optimistic, being positive, because he really wants to have peace. He wants a new beginning. He too wants the heart chakra. Now, this is not as deep and green and lush as the divine feminine I'm seeing here, or in his way he's thinking emotionally. On the outside, it's just kind of like a light green, so we're not quite all the way like a deep intensity about this heart chakra, but we're there. And then he also wants to kind of present the olive branch in this situation as well. So I see a lot of hope, a lot of flowing of love as well, just kind of in the wind, just very light. And so he might even, with this optimism, he might even had, I'm picking up here, he has his head in the clouds. So that means he might be doing a lot of daydreaming as well about that. Okay. Let's see about what are some things. I'm doing on time. What things are we hiding? Clear. Divine feminine. That's what I was thinking. Divine masculine. Okay, divine feminine. What are you are working on? Is this me? Right now, what's going on with you? I'm gonna take it two ways, and I got a fork of the road with me. Is spiritually, you're questioning yourself, is this me? Am I really protecting myself? Am I really really ready to have this spiritual warfare of really standing my ground, of saying this is what I actually want as far as in this twin flame journey? I also look at saying that a lot of things, because of what have happened, even if it's from the childhood issues or the pains or the wounds that you had in the past, and where you are now, some of you all are still hiding and saying, is this me? Because some of you all are still coming from this place of looking like this. Still not all the way alive to me when I look there. Just kind of like playing the part, just like that, just going through the motions still. And not really being completely alive. I almost go back to that unrequited love thing. It's about, is this person look like they ain't had no hug, no nothing. And I'm just like, okay, you just playing, but it's the place of not feeling. Okay, so you kind of watch that. It's like, yeah, but I'm still not feeling. Like, it's almost zombie-like, like, is you still a zombie princess warrior or something like that, and you saying it, but you're not really truly divine yet. The divine masculine him, again, the way things seem and appear on the outside is not the way they are. You are in some ways the divine masculine is fated to suffer. He's feeling as if by what life is pretty much presenting him with, that he feels as if through this illusion, which is really he giving him a false sense of what's actually happening in the world, he's making it seem as if he is supposed to be going through this suffering. So if he's in like a karmic situation, it's almost like this woe is me. Well, I caused myself to be this way, or family was like this. This is how I grew up, and they always battled and they argued with each other, and so this is really all I know. I don't think there's any other kind of like higher love out there at all. And so in some ways he's reflecting as well as like, this is all I know is unrequited love. So this is really it. Not knowing that really in some ways maybe the situation that you are in, divine masculine, is fated not for you to suffer, but fated for you to kind of get out of it. I think of Mom and I, we had a little kind of earlier about that. I was watching Queen Sugar, and it was so funny. They had a scene in there. They was talking about their childhood, and she's like, yeah, I remember one time you did come and I stayed with you, because they were half sisters. And so she said, I came to stay with you out there in California, and you took me to she's like, you took me to this college party. Now this is the one that's that felt like she's always been kind of like the black sheep or different. So she said, you took me to this party. He said, when you took me to this party, she said, you had left me by myself. I thought we was going to spend time with each other, because I came all the way from down there, Louisiana, and from New Orleans to come over to California to visit her while she was at school. She said when she came back, she overheard her sister talking about her. Say, yeah, that's my sister. They said, oh, that's your sister? And she's like, yeah, because one of them was of fair complexion, the other one was of a dark complexion. And she's like, yeah. She said, that's your sister? Yeah. Oh, I would have never thought that was your sister. She said, yeah, she's my half sister. She said, something about that. She kind of put her down, like, yeah, she's all right. That's it. So whatever it is, the things that went back and forth, she said in so many words, she put her down. Okay. She told her she was half sister. The young lady told her it hurt her. And so then the other sister chimed in and said that her viewpoint of it was that, like, when I took you places, you never acted like you were almost like you were grateful that I had taken you to these other places. And so the sister was like, well, you took me to the places that could remind me that I couldn't afford these things. And the other sister was like, no, I took you to these places. She said, because I wanted to share my experiences and just treat you to all these other places. So it's like, I'm just trying to, like you say, treat you right, give you an experience that you had never gave her. And the other sister said, well, to me, it seemed like you was remind me of all the things I didn't have. Now, both of them, same experience, showing California, or the experience of sharing time with sisters. Both of them walked away with two different viewpoints about what it was. The other one said, I felt like you was rubbing your richness in my face. And the other one was like, I felt like I was sharing my world and showing you how I live, and you was ungrateful. And she's like, at the end, the other sister had told her, she said, well, you know what? I find out every time when the more and more I spend time with you, I find out the more and more we don't know anything about each other at all. You're a stranger. That's the same thing like it's in this situation. It's like life is like saying, is this a way? But the DM, you're seeing it one way. And it's like, it's not really... That's not what's the intentions or the objective of why you in that situation is at all. And it's not for you to be feeling like, oh, woe is me, I'm in this forever. It's for you to kind of get, like I tell you, all karmic situations, which means to get the lesson and to get the blessing and get on out of there. It's also to tell you that this is not fated, which means this is not your destiny. Okay, this is nothing but just a stop off point or a bus stop. Okay, this for or a rest stop for you to make your way on to where your destiny or your destination is. Okay, so that's what he's hiding. He just feels like this is it. This is where I'm supposed to be. And the divine feminine, you feeling like you playing a part and you really just don't know who it is. You know, like sometimes see you go to plays, and I know I've been to dances and they're like, so and so is now going to be playing the part of Snow White, now playing the part of the Snow White for tonight's performance is yada yada yada. So a lot of times you don't know who's the one who's actually playing the part. You're like, I don't know who it is. I think in some ways because you're doing a lot of evolving, and one reason why you don't know is because you kind of like you forever shedding skin like a snake, you know, like you're molting. And it's like once I think I understand, like those two sisters, once, like she said, once I think I understand you, you kind of flip it, you change it to and evolve into something else. And that's how it's divine feminine. When you kind of keep on going with this journey, rather it's divine masculine triggering you, and you find out, oh, well, I thought work, that don't work, so let me take this shirt off and let me try something else on, you know, identity. So that's why you kind of feeling like, is this me? This is what I'm feeling. That's why you like, you kind of got the sword at any time. It's like, you know, I don't know who's friend or foe. Okay. That's that one. I missed out last time. I did not say what was the what's the event that's gonna be the catalyst. Clear. For the divine feminine. What's the event that's gonna be catalyst for? Whoa, 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 whoa. Ooh, I didn't even ask yet. Hold on. That's so you can bring that back out, but I didn't ask. Thank you. For the divine masculine. Okie dokie. For the feminine, you have 10 of water, a contented and rewarding family life. Your emotional and material needs are met. Trustworthy relationships. So, with you doing the work, I'm thinking it's something that's going to be a catalyst this week that's going to help you have that feeling of that you continue with your family. So, I'm thinking this week, let's say some of you all might start getting these epiphanies, maybe through symbolisms, dreams, things being said, maybe looking at readings, something like that that's going to make you like, oh, okay, you're going to have that aha moment. Maybe you, thinking about you might have a tower, an aha moment that's going to kind of like, oh, wow, which is going to change your view and start you to be more contented about your family, your emotional and material need, and feel that your emotional and material needs are met. And you're going to have trust, and because of that, you're going to have a trustworthy relationship because you got to do the work. I see in this card several things going here. I see the feminine and the masculine underneath water. So we got to take a deep dive emotionally this week. Something's going to help us to kind of take that deep dive. I see a child up above the surface of the water, looking down at the feminine and the masculine. So again, this inner child thing is going to come to the surface. I hear water. Okay, confirmation. Because look like I see like a little dial here. I don't know what this is. I want to say it looked like a little woman back there. It's like they being set free. Like free. They gone. So I don't know if it would be could that be a third party situation and somebody's being let go. And because of that, oh, I hear popping. So there might be yeah. Oh wow. Some of you all third party situations might be let go this week. They're gone. They're like, I'm free. Thank you. I'm free to do what I want in your time. Okay. I see both of them holding the cups. So that's the cup of love. Both of you all having something to be able to offer with that. And this inner child thing is going to be that surface. And that's why that's going to happen. See cups all over the place. But I really look like to me, I see them holding the cups. Uh-huh. Yeah. A lot of emotions is going to be kind of like, I see waves. It's choppy. So we're going to stir up them emotions this week. 10 of water, I think it's word number 10, which is like start back at one. So we ended an upper cycle with that. Not giving birth, that's 9, but we ending is rounding about. That might be a catalyst of the event. Okay, we got a lot of reversal, so that means we're moving into this energy. So page of air, logical, honest, impulsive, curious. Challenging information, delays, or changes to plans. Truth delivered without tact. So this week, some for the divine masculine. You're going to have some challenging information. And I'm not going to go with the delay in plans. I'm thinking this challenging information changes to plans. So you might have came with expectation thinking it's going to be one way, it's going to be another, because of this truth being delivered without tact. Emotionally, you're going to feel like you're going to have to be able to defend yourself. You're going to have to bring that magic from within you, because I see the unicorn like Birdie Swerty. You're going to have to work with that ego. You're going to have to get some courage, and you got to move like, is that a bear or a wolf? You might walk away look like it's a wolf. You're going to have to walk away probably being a lone wolf. That means getting off to yourself and really thinking about how you can actually work with this. The other moon energy that you're going to work into is called Queen of Earth, thoughtful, creative, warm, sensible. Make time for those around you. Take a sensible approach. So some of you all might be taking some time to be with your divine feminine, or maybe some family members, maybe to heal whatever went on with this challenging information you got. You're going to sit down, and by you doing that, it's going to help you to get a sensible approach. You're going to deal with the challenges in a kind and understanding manner that's going to come to you. So you're like, I'm not going to go back revenge. You got to remember I am divine. So there's a way I can handle this challenging manner in a nice way. And the Empress, Archangel Gabriel. Lavish abundance, give birth to your dreams, nurture yourself and others. So it looks like to me that whatever abundance things that you're looking for, the universe is going to bless you with. You're going to find yourself giving birth to your dreams. Whatever this dream will be. I see also all different. I see a wolf here, cougar, deer, all these animals here. I see water, like almost look like say fountain of youth back there. And when you're giving birth yourself, you're going to find yourself saying, after you've done that, you're probably going to have to give yourself a time out and really kind of just try to nurture yourself as well. Because I'm figuring that, number one, you've been kind of having growing pains. You're probably having labor pains given this. And you got to kind of replenish yourself, because whatever this challenge thing is, I'm figuring the DM is going to have to take some time. You're going to have to take some time out to kind of reset yourself and kind of gather your energies back again from whatever goes on with this. This is, like I say, for some of them, looks like to me, I keep on seeing this free, and it's two together. You're kind of working on some things, and somebody in the background is like, I'm free to kind of do it. I keep on hearing, I'm free to do what I want any whole time. So whatever. So maybe if it's third party thing like that, or maybe it's the inner child to be from the feminine, divine feminine, you feel like you free and you can go on, but it don't feel like that. Or it could be from some inner child issues you done dealt with. Like this look like a teenager in some ways when I look at it. From that point as you say, oh, I'm free, and you going about that. Okay. It's all the way live. I'll pick that up. It's all the way live. Do, 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 do. It's all the way live. Do, do. It's all the way live. Did I bring them out? It's all the way live. Ooh. It's all the way live. Okay. Clear. Woo! What do we have to work on? Divine feminine. I'm thinking that you just shooting out there. And what do we have to work on? Divine masculine. I'm noticing that these energies, when I think about divine feminine, it shoots out there. Divine feminine. I think I really want to say it's all about you this week. This coming week is all about you. We gotta anchor down, push up our sleeves, and forget about the divine master, about what he's doing, and we gotta get ourselves right. I think about, just like I had said and I heard in somebody else's video. It don't matter if some of you all have said at this point that you're, some have said no, or you kind of on the fence and not too sure about if you really feeling like you want to say deuces to it or not, because of what you seeing, and you've been at this a while and it's weighing at you thin. But at the same time, you got to remember, again, I keep on singing the song, you can't hide from yourself. Doom, 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 doom. Everywhere you go, doom, 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 doom. There you are. Doom, 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 doom. You can't hide from yourself. You can't hide. Everywhere you go, there you are. So you go ahead and say deuces to the divine masculine or to this journey. But if these issues right here that's going on here, if you have not settled and healed that, it's going to follow you on to the next one. It just is. Okay? That is something you've got to kind of work on. So, divine feminine, you have to work on, according to this says, you got to do your God and sensuality. Let me pull this in. I know better than this. Let me get all this here so we get this rolling and get you on your merry way. Okay, you have to get God a sensuality, which means you have to get in the place of the way you're thinking. How are you in as far as your body? How are you expressing? To me, it keeps on saying it doesn't matter if it's your etherical body, your angelic body, your spiritual body, your physical body, your emotional body, all of these bodies, your mental body, all of these things is like, how are you expressing yourself? Are you comfortable in all those different types of bodies? As far as how you think about it, thinking about how you are spiritually, how you emotionally, how you physically, working on that spirit, soul, and body, like the three things there. Okay, so what you got to surrender is surrender the idea you can fix someone. Okay, it's time for a relationship to shift. It doesn't work to try to fix someone. Each person must be accountable for his or her own healing. I just said that earlier. This week, Divine Feminine, the powers that be, is really saying, and the universe is supporting, it's really checking out. It's really going into the Garden of Gethsemane like Jesus did, and really kind of get yourself right. Get it together so that when you come, and I don't know what we're being prepared for, and get ready. So like Jesus said, if you any kind of way you can let this cup pass for me, please do. You know, I appreciate it. And it came back and say, nope. Jesus said, all right then, well, do what you got to do then. Let's just, come on, let's get it over with, because he already knew. So whatever we preparing for in the month of September, when I first met you, remember? September got something's coming on. I don't know what it is. If you have done, this is what I'm picking up in channeling. Say if you have done the work, you ain't got nothing to worry about. You've been working on it, then it's going to be easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Right? You're going to have challenges. Let's not say that. But again, you're going to be able to work with it and come back to being grounded. If you have not done the work, then this is going to be, hold on to your hats. I can see almost like a storm, and you holding on to this pole and like, I should have did the work. I should have got the gym. I should have got the inner child issues. I should have got to lead his divine package. I should have did that. My chakras, my healing energies, and all this kind of stuff. You shoulda. Because again, next week to be is like we powering up for that September. This week I will really be trying as a divine feminine. I would beyond trying. I would just say this week is just about me. This almost like when you're in college and you're getting ready for finals. Remember things lockdown, people talk about, come on, they're having it, the Kappas or whatever kind of Greek organizations having a party. Over there, you're like, nope, I got to study for finals. I can't be up there going to no party down there on campus for that. It's finals time. This is why I'm picking up. It's finals. The final, we preparing for final exam. Okay. Gotta get this together. Also, goddess of wisdom. Okay. Goddess of wisdom. You gotta look at your past. I keep saying this. Emotionally. You gotta become wise. You gotta elevate. You gotta grow wings on this stuff. You got to get your weapons of mass destruction together, which is how to deal with the stuff within yourself, and spiritual warfare on the outside. You got to kind of really go back to the basics of this stuff. We ain't using up-to-date kind of weaponry. I see spears and whatever she's got here with this goddess of wisdom, Athena. And you got to be able to shield yourself. Lot of shielding I'm seeing here. So maybe white light yourself. I don't know what's coming on or what's happening, but it's a lot of shielding. For the divine masculine, we have here karma. So this right here, it looked like, I don't know, the karmic is looking kind of like, what the heck? And he like, I ain't feeling it. In the background, I see him looking, and he's like, he's been daydreaming in the back. He's got like the divine feminist is what I'm picking up. He's holding her. She just looked like she's asleep. I don't know what that is. To me, it's like she looked like she's dying. It almost reminds me of like Beauty and the Beast in reverse, where it looked like she said, like that card that said, Exploitation. Said, I've been waiting. I was waiting by the window. I seen the castles and the green chakra, and at the point I'm telling you, I'm getting ready to die, like the Beauty and the Beast, when she left to go take care of her father, and she came back and he was on the point of dying. She said, oh my God, he's dying. And that's the same way it feels like. It's like, yeah, the divine feminine in some kind of ways, almost like the Beauty and the Beast kind of storyline, where it say, well, you went off to take care of the karmic situation that you were in, person, place, or thing, don't have to be a woman or a man, and so then it was left for the divine feminine to become very weary, very tired, and was on the brink of like saying, okay, that's it, expiration. So in order for him to be able to deal, I'm curious to see what that's about. I'm almost ready to draw a couple cards from the Kipper to see. Surrender to non-action. Now is the time to be still and not act. Simply breathe and focus on your own power. Let others come to you. That's the same thing, just like with the divine feminine. Is at the point that it's saying, really just concentrate on you. Concentrate on you. Concentrate on you. Do, 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 do. Okay, So surrender, non-action, like this. It looked like, say, oh, she looked like a unicorn. So he's got to do this in order to become magical. I'm saying, I don't know the tarot cards, but I'm seeing the magician, okay? So him becoming to magician standpoints, like that magician, to becoming to magician here, or the Hierophant. He's got to kind of really kind of like, I got to get away from this situation. I got to get away. I just got to get away. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, so then, surrender to wonder and awe. Open to the magic of every moment. I say magician. And sense the awe and wonder in all life. This attitude will keep you connected to the ecstasy and flow. So even when you're going through this, you have non-action. Your focus should be on the bliss, okay, or the awe of things. How things are. To me, it was like the awe of it. It's just like how it's actually unfolding. I hear those statements saying things, although it doesn't look like it, but things are going exactly as planned. You're right where you're supposed to be. You're not supposed to be anyplace else with this situation. So that's why we really want you to kind of just stay there. Like after you done all you can, you just stand there. Don't do anything. Let us kind of do the work, because now it's for now spirit and the universe and everything else to kind of move. That's where divine timing and intervention comes in. So don't do anything. Just breathe. Just exist. That's it. Probably the top of my head right here is hurting. Especially about what's going on with this, because if she's going off like this, if this karmic situation is going off like this, really where you just kind of like sitting there just like that, that's really what you need. That's what you're supposed to be kind of actually doing at that point. It's just like, really, it's nothing for me to react, because I seen it say already in one of these cards that you're really trying to find a nice, sensible approach, and you're going to deal with the challenges in a kind and understanding manner. So while you're sitting there, kind of think of how you can kind of get, because you know you get into magician mode, you become magical in your emotions. Okay, what's about to change? I want to see that. Clear. What's about to change? What change is about to occur for the divine feminine? Grief work. That makes sense. Okay, and courage. Ooh, I like this. Okay. Courage and spiritual growth is about to change. That's true. I can see that. Grief work for you, divine feminine. Not like somebody died, but right now it's got to be a death to something. It's got to be some big changes going on. Some things that's got to die off. And it might be the death of how you illusion about how you seen your childhood, about some old beliefs and systems and things that you're holding on and clinging to. Holding on is very hard to do when love is gone. And that's no lie. Love is gone. That's what you got to do. Is kind of gone. It's gone. That's where you got this unrequited love is coming up with, because it's the way you've been thinking about love. It's got to die. And it's wrong, and it's blocking. And wherever it is, it stems back to some kind of childhood experience that you had. Okay. That's what it is. Okay. Say get some rest. Okay. I got that. Yeah, okay, thank you. That's for me. And I'm about to make that announcement too, because I know they're probably watching. And then whispers of love. This way. And what's the energy collectively? Thank you, that's it. No, wait a second, I'm missing something. Clear. What is the energy we're moving into collectively? Ten of Earth. Let me stay out right here. I like that candle I got from it smells good. Okay. Affluence, material abundance, mastery, financial security, inherited wealth, and knowledge. I am now able to step back. This is the energies we're moving towards after this week. This is why all of this stuff is happening, because this is the moving energy we're going towards. I am now able to step back and observe the results of what I built through my dedication and hard work. I claim ownership of the castles I built that have been taken form in the material world. I have achieved mastery and inherited treasures of knowledge and experience thanks to all I have been through. I smile appreciatively at my run of good fortune. Um, so I pick up the words denouement. We're coming to a close of something, and it's really at the point that it's harvest time. It's like really we reaping what we sow. What have we learned all the way up until this point now? And it's like so it is on earth as it is in heaven. This is now coming, like they say in those dimensions are now coming together, the fifth and the three, and the way whatever we have been doing is going to be able to bring that so within, so without, to be expressed physically, manifestation. So that's why I say, do your work. This is your last push and labor and get prepared before you give birth to whatever this is about to happen in September. And we kind of working our way. I keep on feeling like September into December. It's like we just getting this is December to remember. We just getting really, it's like, okay, yeah, we rearing up. I'm seeing like a roller coaster ride. It's like clank clank, we in there. It's like before we kind of like, okay, take off for a ride. So we on a real big build up at this point, okay? What does the divine feminine want to say to divine masculine? Okay, and I'll say that at the end. I won't say that now. Okay. Clear. What does the divine feminine want to say to divine masculine? Or what does the divine masculine want to say to divine feminine? Okay. Say, you did all the talking, but I'm going to do all the talking at the end. Honesty is essential. To be a loving person, it is important that we speak truthfully and in a loving manner. The divine feminine has their back towards them. It's like, really, I'm turning and I'm on the go and actually do the work, in which divine sunshine has actually said about that. You still got this mask on. It's got all this regalia. You're covering up the crown. You got all this extra plumage here and draping around the crown of the throat chakra, and everything is covered and overly ordained. But he's saying, even with me covering this thing, I still want to present you with this rose. And you looking at him as like, you know what, until you kind of deal with coming to me with all this stuff off, I don't need all this extra. I wish you really would get to the point of understanding that I love you. It's like, to me, like a person putting all this extra stuff. I wish you understand that I love you just for you, just like Beauty and the Beast. Like, it's like she loved him, no matter he was as ugly as he was looking, as beastly as he was. She fell in love with who he was. You know, she seen past all that extra stuff. And she's still seeing them. It's like she's saying, you know, all this to me, when I look at that, you think it's cute and you looking all extra. And to me, I look at it and say that's ugly. You know, it don't appear to me. Maybe people out there on the street might think it's attractive. I don't find it attractive. I think it's too much. I think you're hiding. I think you're hiding behind all this other extra stuff on. So, you know what? I'm going to show my back, which is still, you got the back of my heart. Still, I'm still there, but at the same time, I'm telling you, I'm not going to be dealing with all this tomfoolery here. When you come to me, I see you present the rose, and it's beautiful. I do see that you look like you got something that you can present, but at the same time, all of this until you come to me vulnerable, bare, without all this extra stuff, and truly understand that I love you, your personality, everything that you bring to the table, without all this extra stuff, then you and I can talk. So that's why I want you to understand honesty is essential at this point. That means that's extra with the karmic situation or this persona that you play the part when you in with the karmic situation, person, place, a thing, all this. The divine masculine says to you is, so you saying, come honest. It's illusion. I see a moon there. All this illusion stuff. Come on. So the divine masculine saying to you, embrace your emotions. Don't push down your feelings or judge your emotions. And I see like a little child on here. Okay. Again, whatever it is that you coming to unearth that came up that card there, I told you unearth all these things. He's saying just feel it. Just feel it. If you're angry at me, you're pissed at your family, your relatives, you pissed at everything, then you telling me to be honest in the same form. You all are mirroring each other. He's saying the same thing to you. You be honest as well, okay? Get all that stuff out of you as well. So you tell me to be honest with you in the physical world, and you need to be honest with yourself in the spiritual, okay? Handle and get a hold of that inner child thing, and once you do that, you'll find out that you are truly the magical being I see you as, that you're like a unicorn, you're unique. There's nobody else out there like you. You can fly. You can do things that nobody else can do. Other people don't even think you exist, but I know you do exist because I can see you, okay? Like attracts like. If you are longing for more love in your life, you need to be more loving. What it's saying is like once you get your stuff together and you become love, truly the pure essence and the expression of love, I will become that too, okay? He also says treasure your loved ones. It's important to love others deeply. He's saying also get with that family issue there that you got there. I can feel it. I can see she's still there over your lap and she's blocking. Deal with that loved one, that family issues. It's somebody that's in your family that you got this real deep, like it is like never before. It's that issues there, and it's messing with you, and it's messing you with how you're looking and viewing love, and it's helping you to really think that unrequited love. I think about I had a session with April Williams. I told you about her, about the energy, and she was telling me that she's like, I feel like in one area right here you got like a block here. Is it somebody you want to say something to and you're not able to? She said because a lot of times when you do that upsetness, she said you never know. That also blocks off your heart chakra, and then not only are you thinking you just blocking out that person, you're also blocking out your twin because you got like this. It's like it was open, and then that person come around, close, like doors open, close. She done pissed me off. Okay, here come mom talking all this yik yak. Or here come dad going yik yak. Or here come the boss talking yik yak. Close. What? No access. The masculine can't get to it. You can't get to it. And even the person you angry with can't get to it. Then you got to practice opening it back up your heart again. So, okay, I'm open for business. I had the close sign out there. So you kind of watch that. One thing like it's got the hands there. Opening and closing. Opening to receive it. Okay. Also, he said, look at your patterns in relationship. Just said that it requires inner strength to recognize that you need to change or modify your behavior, okay? Just told you that, okay? That's a good piece what I just showed you example from April about that. Do something for someone else. Give your attention to someone else. I'm thinking right now what the divine masculine is like. Do your mission work. Do your purpose work. Forget about me. Do like what the card said there earlier. Concentrate on someone else, that someone else is you. It's like a person like, why you like my kids talk about Miss Sunshine? I'm like, yeah, so keep looking at me. Tell him stop looking at me. You know, it's the same thing. Like he's like, you keep looking at me. Let me do my work. I don't need you seeing. I gotta tell a lot of times about my. Don't stand right there and look at me. You make me more nervous. Let me kind of figure this out on my own. I'll call you when I'm ready. So that's the same thing like the divine masculine is saying. Let me kind of work on and get myself ready. I don't need you looking at me. I don't need you sending me energy over there to me or nothing like that. You can send me love. That's fine. I'll accept that. Like some people say, I accept link. I accept that's the people is having assistance. Of that, but they're like they said link, transfer, socks, cigarettes, food stamps, all that kind of stuff. So he's like, I accept all that other stuff, but just please don't just put all your attention looking over at me. Don't do that. Okay. That is it. That's for the reading. Those of you all that are waiting on readings from me, I just got it, and I was just like saying to myself, I'm tired. I want to do reads, but I'm tired. And I looked right over here, and this card popped right on up to say, get some rest. I'm going to do that. I will resume. I'll try to get your readings out this Saturday, although usually I'm off. I will. If not, I will send you all a notice letting you know. Give me a couple of days. If not, definitely I will get it out because I used to do my next thing on Monday. Sunday is out because I have schoolwork that I have to turn in on that day. So definitely I won't stop because I want to prepare and get ready for tomorrow's lesson that I have to do with childhood. So those of you all that are waiting on readings, I got 3 of you all in the queue for today. I won't push back for that. So right now, like I said, you all can put in if you still want reads. You have to wait. I mean, you can put it in, but I'm not going to be jumping on it right then. Like, I want no day. I don't do 24 hours right then, like somebody emergency things, because I have to wait. So, like, when I'm like this and I can feel it, and I looked over and I got the message saying, get some rest, I'm going to stop right now. So, it's a couple of you all that's waiting on your things. I know right off the top of my head. My favorite student, you know who you are. Give me a rest. I'll get back on you because I know you watch. I'll get to you. And then it's a couple of other ones. My other one, I just speak in code. That you came back for a repeat one that I worked with you. It gave you discount. I'll get on you. You in that batch as well. And it's one more that I got. It's 3 of you all. I will work with, let me see, I can see that real quick. Where's my reminder? Close. Okay. Yeah, her and I can see, I know I see I got that one. Okay. Yeah. And I'll call her. And how green is my valley? Your last name is Green. I will be on yours too. You in as much. Those are my 3 that I got to work on. Okay, I just speak in code. And it's like, who is that? But anyway, so I'll get on you as well. Okay, I'll send you all notices tonight to let you know that I got confirmation for Spirit to say rest. So until next time, you all. So Divine Feminines, we got some work to do. You got homework. Okay, work on that next week. Make a conscious effort. Work on doing your bliss challenge. Work on just concentrate on you and not even paying attention that the divine masculine even exists. Okay, put a moratorium on thinking about the divine masculine starting today. Okay, if he calls, contact you, that's fine. But as far as you like doing that, all I do is think of you. Day and night, that's all I do. No. You better learn how to get it off your mind. Think about you all the time. All the time. Ooh. So you better learn how to turn that station. Cheap, I got to turn the station. I can't do that. No, I won't listen to favorite song around me and him. Nothing. It's all about me. So I'm going to listen to some women empowerment music or something like that. But that's it. Okay? All right. Until next time, stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascended. Namaste, namago. Love you.